What's up, Gemini friends? Welcome to my channel, The Intuitive Teacup. So happy to have all the gems out there with me, however you resonate with that. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, even cross watchers, welcome guys. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe down there wherever you can. That helps me a whole lot, helps this channel gain traction. We are here to do your January monthly tarot readings, as I spit all over the camera. Happy holidays, happy 2020, happy Capricorn season. We are going to do general messages for Gemini. That means not everything I say will resonate with all the Geminis out there. Only take away messages that you feel are for your best and highest good, Gemini, and you will know intuitively what those are. If you have any questions, they will likely be addressed in the comment box below. All the information you're going to need about this reading, the timeline, the cards I'm using, my social media. I'm the Intuitive Teacup on Facebook and Instagram. As always, like, share, subscribe where you can. What else do you need to know? Sometimes messages will resonate for you here and now, or in a few hours, in a few weeks, in a few days. So however they do, be open to receiving the messages, not just here and now, but in the future. And as I said, anything that doesn't fit your circumstance, drop it like it's hot. It's probably not your energy if it doesn't seem fitting. If it's foreign, it's probably a message for someone else, in which case you can drop it like it's hot. All right, bottom of your deck, Page of Swords, seeking of knowledge, seeking of truth. Sometimes the card of seeking higher education. It can also be messages from spirit, messages from those around you. Pages are messengers, as well as children sometimes. So specifically Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, that's in your elemental suit. So I'm thinking that's you, trying to uncover the mystery or the secret of something, potentially in love, potentially with a Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. Doesn't have to be, but... Or uncovering some sort of like, this is heavy, but like sacred truth or sacred wisdom, spiritual wisdom with Page of Wands. You may have two children, and this can sometimes be a card of fatherhood too. So I don't know why this is coming up, but custody of children. Not going to be for everybody, but yeah, for one or two random people out there. Getting a group dynamic back together. Yeah, there's 3 people here. I don't know what's going on with that. It doesn't necessarily feel third-party situation. But you do have the the card of teamwork, pentacles, building towards something. It can be mind, body, and spirit. So it may be you building your energy up, building yourself, working on your higher vibrational energy. But yeah, for some of you, this could be a boss or some sort of, it could be like a religious or spiritual leader, and then the followers. There's a power dynamic here. So yeah, I still want to stick with the fact that this is you, Gemini, and this is probably just a random message for someone out there. But yeah, there's someone in like a leadership position or someone who you hold in very high regard, particularly if it's a water sign, Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. It's like they already have a follower. They already have one person on their team. They already have a child. For those dating a water sign, they may already have a fire sign child. And yeah, maybe you're spying on them or trying to get information on them. They might be significantly older than you. This could be a parent, and then you also have a sibling who's a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Not going to be for everybody, but yeah, there's something about the unveiling of secrets, trying to understand something with more clarity, with more truth, maybe trying to communicate something that was misinterpreted or misunderstood. Totally random message there. We're going to hop into your actual reading now. All right, so your energy, Gemini, roughly for the month of January, 3 of Wands, beautiful. And crossing that is the Empress. All right, so waiting for the money to come in is instantly what I get from that. The Empress, much like the Emperor, right? They are Earth, well, actually I shouldn't say Earth energy, but they build the empire, the Empress and the Emperor. The Empress specifically is Earth energy. She is Mother Nature. She is creation incarnate. The 3 of Wands indicates a waiting period. You've already taken some sort of action forward. You've gone down some sort of path. It might be in the very early stages of this journey, this project, this work endeavor, this relationship. But yeah, you're waiting for some sign or acknowledgement that you're on the right path, some sort of confirmation or validation, potentially from your boss that, hey, you're doing good, Gemini. Or maybe getting the attention of a Taurus or a Libra. It doesn't have to be. Could literally be trying to get the attention of your mother. Yeah, something about family dynamics is coming up here. Mother, father, and 2 children. Again, not for everybody. In Gemini, you could fall into many categories here, whether you're the child or the parent. But because it came up with like teamwork, something about a family of 4. Again, not for everybody, but something about that is important for one or two of you. Some of you may be teachers or mentors of some kind, spreading the word to, it doesn't have to be to children or those more innocent or somebody who's just not on the same, I do want to say like intellectual level as you. Like there's opportunity for growth and development here. Potentially in some sort of like spiritual realm or family business. That could be for some of you as well. All right, so yeah, waiting to become the boss of your company, the boss of your empire, and if it's not specifically that, waiting to be put in a more strategic position, a more powerful position. I am getting in career with wands. That is frequently career. Yeah, you may have taken on some new job or some new task and you're waiting to be, again, validated or rewarded for all the hard work that you've done. You're waiting to be celebrated. You're waiting to be loved. You could be waiting for some sort of message of affection. And in that case, your person may be off in the distance or off traveling. There may be some sort of blockage of communication between the two of you. So what's going on in your subconscious? You're 10 of Cups. All right, beautiful card. So deep down, you know that happiness waits ahead, or lies ahead, I should say. Deep down, there's huge potential for joy. And again, a card of family and 4, parents and 2 children, as we were saying. Even the colors kind of match, like the fire and the air sign, like the fiery orange and the cool blue of the air sign. Again, not for everybody, but Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, Aries, Leo, Sag are presenting as the children. So maybe that dynamic means something to you. If it's not literally your children, you may be going through something with your sibling regarding, I don't know, inheritance or finances that have to do with the family. The Empress is always shown pregnant, a card of motherhood. It has nothing to do with that. It's the idea of the final, like, giving birth to this project you've been waiting on, or bringing to light, bringing out into the world something you've been sitting on that is potentially very financially successful. It will have the ability to grow and thrive, particularly in spring and summer, is what I'm hearing. The changing of the seasons is going to be important there. And yes, something about Pisces season is when there might be like a big reveal. And I know I'm projecting really far into the future because I'm just reading for January now. But yeah, something about 3 and this being a Pisces card, Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces, it's water energy. It's long-term happiness. It's what we call like the fairy tale ending card, projecting into the future. It's not what does it necessarily look like what your happy ending is. It's what does it feel like, tapping into that like emotional energy. And being like very real and vulnerable with yourself to be like, this is what makes my heart sing. This is what brings me joy and happiness. And then understanding this doesn't. For some of you, it's like you're waiting for someone to help bring happiness and joy into your life. But what you're not realizing, again, it's subconscious. It's already, it rests within you. You dictate, you control your source, your like flow, money, cup, energy of happiness, your flow of love and joy, and something about spreading it out into the world with creative projects. I apologize, I know this is cheesy, but the song, something about the song True Colors, I think because they mentioned rainbow in that song, Cyndi Lauper, and I think there's been a million covers of it. Your true colors, but I think that has to do with something about it. Again, I apologize for the cheesy metaphor, but like the world is your canvas, spreading your art, your love, your joy, your creativity, putting it out in the world to bring others joy. And it's not only that, there's something people are going to learn from what you're doing. Whatever it is you're putting out, it's like you're putting your star in the sky. You're spreading your rainbow of joy across the sky, whatever that means. It's kind of cheesy, sorry, but there's something about other people will be inspired by you. Other people have something very important to take away from what it is that you're putting out into the world. Students of students of love, students of creativity, and it doesn't have to be literal students, but whatever idea that maybe it's like in the pregnancy stage, right? It hasn't fully been brought to like realization yet. There's still a lot of mysteries surrounding how you're going to present this. It's like present this to the world, but it's almost presenting your cup, your emotional truth. I'm just getting it's the start of something much bigger than you realize. The King of Cups holds his one cup. Granted, he's the king of that cup, so already it's a very heavy dynamic. Again, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. It's like this is just one cup in building of the long-term future. Again, yes, love space and what brings you happiness and joy, but cups can also sometimes be money flow. The idea of currency, cups going back and forth, the exchanging of like business contacts or money or networking. There's huge potential here. And again, something about the family is important. Maybe somebody in your family is going to assist you or offer you some sort of insight or guidance into how to get your business up and running. They may have some sort of map or documents or details that they're going to pass on to you. It may have to do with inheritance and money to literally give you the ability to start your business. It could be something like that. There's untapped potential here. There's an untapped resource. So for those of you who are just like contemplating, how do I get this to grow? I feel like this didn't land the way I wanted it to. It didn't succeed. How do I like go back and fix what didn't work? There's something like the cup is already trying to be presented to you, but you're not seeing it. You're going back to like the same old route or the same old plan. Sorry, the same old a source of inspiration if you're an artist. It's something like there's this cup that the universe is trying to usher into you, and for some reason it has to do with like a family network. And if it's not literally your family, it could be your friends group, it could be your church group, your soul tribe. It may have to do with a Sagittarius. You have a very currently, just hear me out here. You have a very fixed or narrow viewpoint or way of seeing the full potential of how this could grow. That's why you're waiting. You're stuck on some sort of detail. Potentially you, Gemini, you're trying to figure out, understand, get the information on how to achieve this 10 of Cups. It's something about you're very fixated or focused on something. You're missing the larger picture. And that's what's depicted in this 4 of Cups. You're seeing only what's in front of you, but you're not looking at what's right beside you. This is new. This is almost like representative like the Ace of Cups. This could be a new romantic partnership coming in. If it's not romantic, it could be a business partnership or something about like spiritual guidance, spiritual insight. I do want to say from this King of Cups, potentially a father figure or potentially a male water sign, Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces, doesn't have to be, but they are going to give you some sort of insight or information that's going to usher in really big changes into your life. Okay, it could be a Scorpio, Sag, Cusper. So if you have anyone in your life who kind of fits that mold, Scorpio into Sagittarius season, the Wheel of Fortune comes in and they're helping to usher in, death is a good card here, so very specifically. Yeah, they're ushering in some sort of ending of a cycle where you have been struggling, you have been waiting, there hasn't been clarity, there's been secrets or darkness. Even someone who helps you do like shadow work, if they're like a spiritual mentor, they're going to give you or help you to see information that you need to see. Information that you need to understand and comprehend to build this business, to birth that child out into the world. You know, metaphorically, especially, you know, creative artistic projects. There is success in getting in tune with not only like a spiritual mentor of sorts, but also, I mean, your faith, your own intuition and your creativity, big time. There's victory there. There's victory in the future. Wow, and a divine pairing. I was going to say, I was sensing for some of you this might be romantic. If the whole family scenario isn't relating yet, if you know deep down in your heart, potentially in your subconscious, this 10 of Cups is your wish fulfillment, your dream of, I want to have the husband and the wife and the car and the kids and the, like, you know what I mean? If that's your 10 of Cups, it's like in your subconscious, I think you're trying to manifest a perfect partnership. And maybe that starts with knowing your value, knowing your worth. Well, it absolutely does, right? That's important for anybody. But yeah, Venus, we think of love, right? I mean, you have a divine pairing here with, where does she go? The King of Cups and the Queen of Cups. So Gemini, you are an air sign, but either way, it's ruling the heart space. You may be a Gemini, Cancer, Cusper. Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces, and if it doesn't have to do with water signs, though for a lot of you, it does. There's a lot of heavy water energy here, even with the moon. Yeah, hang out with your water sign friends. There may be value in that. But yeah, there could potentially be romantic partnership If you're willing to leave the past behind, release whoever or whatever isn't serving you, and look optimistically to the future, and sow the seeds, nurture the seeds so it can grow. It's no longer a time of waiting. It's no longer a time of contemplation. It's time to take action and go after it. If you have questions, ask them. Forward movement. And in Capricorn season, it's all about, karma for one thing, karma and cycles, and lessons. That's really important. Karma, cycles, and lessons, releasing what isn't serving us, and then building upon that which has huge potential for growth. I mean, Gemini, you have bomb cards here. I can't even hold them all up. You also have Wheel of Fortune, like, holy cannoli. So, I mean, it's a general reading. To take what I'm saying only as it resonates for you. But yeah, if you can get past this period of just waiting or sitting on potential, it's like some of you are like waiting for a sign, maybe from God, from spirit, from universe. It's already right in front of you. It like spirit, it's already like leaving the trail of bread. Am I saying that right? Trail of breadcrumbs for you to follow. The pot of gold at the end of your rainbow for those trying to succeed in like some sort of business endeavor. Hell yeah. But what are you missing? What are you not seeing? Where's I lost my card. Here. What are you waiting for? What is your hesitation? What are you not seeing? What are you not aware of? Some of you, it has to do with like your intuition and like your psychic abilities. You're not allowing yourself to sit in places of like quiet space and silence. And it's like within that space, again, aligning your mind, body, and spirit, answers will be revealed to you. What is uncertain or unclear, something is like there's going to be some sort of epiphany. There's going to be some sort of gaining of knowledge that sets you off on this new path, this new adventure, this new idea that's fun, it's exciting, it's creative. It makes your heart sing. There's fire there, there's passion. But it involves severing off a relationship that wasn't helping you grow. There was something about a karmic relationship, a karmic partnership. It could have been with a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, or an air sign, but I think that's you, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. There was some sort of person that you were destined to meet on this road through life, this spiritual journey you were taking, your spiritual path. And it served its purpose in that it taught you some sort of karmic lesson, and it was not an easy one. This was a difficult lesson that I don't know I am almost certain you were not ready at the time to almost take this and swallow it. You weren't ready to understand like the very difficult, painful lessons that were, it's almost like it was ushered in disguise maybe as some sort of, that's what this is too. You didn't see it at face value, or sorry, I'm having trouble explaining what I'm seeing. Meeting this person and making it through a very difficult cycle. 10 is the end of a cycle. Again, death could have been with a Scorpio. Making it through that difficult situation with some pain, unfortunate pain, but ultimately lessons you could walk away from, that was a victory. That was almost what universe was trying to bring into you, because whatever lessons you learned from this divine, I hate to call it a divine pairing or a divine partnership, because that may be representing what's coming in later with the King and Queen of Cups. This could even be being a child of divorce and having to witness a very tumultuous, really difficult familial, like what is the term? Like unsteady home life. If it's not you personally, Gemini, you witness like either an abusive relationship, mentally, physically, you understand what I'm saying? Making it through this, you took really valuable lessons that, again, it was harsh. It was a brutal lesson, but you're walking away with it, and that in itself is a victory because it's going to serve you on your next spiritual path. It informs you about the type of relationship and partnership that you seek in your life, and it's going to be ruled with like the gentleness, the something about like the flowing of water. You're a healthy relationships. Water can be very healing. It's like you've had to do your own personal healing from this, and again, step into your power, grow as a person. That is helping to usher in some sort of new cycle that is not only fortuitous, good fortune, luck, it's also destiny. It was written in the stars, but you had to complete this difficult lesson, this difficult cycle on your own. You had to step into your power. And again, I was saying, be very vulnerable, an emotional truth about not settling for shitty partnerships, crappy relationships, people who don't treat you well. It's almost like you've graduated to the next level of illumination, of understanding about the type of partnership you really want and desire. And before, you couldn't see it. Before, there was a lot of, again, misinterpreting or not fully understanding, needing to be the student of life. It has to do with some sort of karmic relationship or partnership that, again, put you through the ringer. God damn, Gemini, like that was a doozy. But it helped to set you free. You no longer have to live with this sort of like anxiety or mental head games, depression, lacking self-worth, like your mind playing tricks on you. That chapter has closed. That chapter is ending. Now you're being gifted with a new opportunity, and this, to be very clear, is what this is. It's already within reach. It's probably someone you already know. It's probably an earth angel disguised as the rest of us that's trying to help you see the light, essentially, right? All that beautiful like yellow illumination, so that you can close out this cycle and see that like you are the victor. You did come out on top. You did win. Even though it may not feel like it right now, this was a necessary lesson that ushered in a new cycle that, holy effing shit, it's gonna feel amazing. You have a lot of heavy messages, Gemini. All right, so in your past, you have King of Wands. To me, that means stepping into your power. It could also be, again, the karmic relationship I'm sort of sensing could have been a fire sign. It doesn't have to be Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. You have two kings. So if there was any sort of third-party situation, and it doesn't have to be that, but you're presenting as the Empress, divine feminine energy. So whether you're male or female doesn't necessarily matter, but I'm taking this to be mostly your energy. If there was some sort of third-party dynamic, there may have been a fire sign and a water sign involved. Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. And if none of that relates in your past, this is harnessing your energy, channeling your energy, focusing it into your career. The king of career, the king of what motivates you, what inspires you. Travel, you may have done some traveling recently. It's very heavy, hard-hitting fire energy. Seeing the light, being motivated, moving quickly, rapid action, again, building the career. Stepping into your power, your magic wand, recognizing your power. And dressing the part, something about not just only feeling it on the inside, but like the externalizing it, taking that idea that exists within you, the baby, and trying to bring it out into the world. The creative energy, again, like the world is your canvas, painting your, I don't know, whatever cheesy metaphor you want to say, painting your vision, bringing your vision to life. I think you started to do that in the past. And this may also have to do with balancing your masculine and your feminine energies. Instead of constantly being the receptive one, becoming more dominant, not just in not just in romantic relationships, in business partnership, in any sort of endeavor where you interact with people, even with your family, instead of being like the passive, maternal peacekeeper, again, receptive, being like the boss, masculine or feminine, right? Stepping into the power, like I hold the power, like hear me roar, like the card of Leo, right? King of the jungle. All right, so in your goals, you have the Six of Cups. All right. So nostalgia, happy feelings of the past, restoring order in the home for those, for those who are in like a really difficult household growing up, or maybe you still have just kind of difficult relations with either siblings or parents, restoring that sort of peace. And this does involve typically going back to the past, or I will say, taking off the rose-tinted glasses. And for a lot of you, that may have to do with a relationship that, again, kind of kicked the shit out of you, a really difficult karmic partnership, something where you weren't seeing the truth. You may have been writing this person off, potentially a King of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sag, or another Gemini. You may have been giving them the benefit of the doubt over and over and over again. This is you giving that person who treated you like crap or lied to you or wasn't truthful or was just being really shady and playing head games with you. Boom. Could be another Gemini. You were constantly giving them the benefit of the doubt. Well, they'll be back. They don't really love her. They like me more. They're just going through some stuff. This could also be taking off the rose-tinted glasses to be like, I can't validate this anymore. I can't give you excuses like I'm transitioning out of this. Because again, recognizing your value and your worth, that brings you the ultimate joy. That brings you the pie in the sky, the rainbow in the sky, to the pot of gold. That brings in significant changes in your life that are more in alignment with your heart space. And again, it projecting into the future, it's like reconciling and dealing with the past as it really is, not with rose-tinted glasses, not with mushy gushy, oh, it used to feel so good. Seeing it at face value for a lot of you, just kind of how ugly it was, how difficult this cycle was. And there is a need to be thankful for it and accepting the lessons, like with humility, with I don't know if that's the right term, being humble. Instead of holding any sort of anger or resentment of, I didn't deserve this, why did I have to go through this, it hurt me so bad. It's not validating it as, it's understanding that by making peace with the past, it's going to allow you freedom and the chance to start anew without mental baggage as you progress, as the wheel turns into your future. Again, it's fortuitous. It's fortune and happiness. It's good luck. It's potentially money, potentially love, potentially restoration of like a relationship or a family dynamic. You wouldn't get here had you not gone through this in some capacity. I hope that lands for some of my Geminis. All right, so what is coming in the near future? The Knight of Swords. Yeah, that's you, right? That's your card, Gemini. I was going to say Aries. That's not correct. Maybe some of you are dealing with an Aries. Some of you are charging towards an Aries. Maybe it's that where's my King of Wands? So many cards. I don't know what I did with it. The Fire King. There he is. I was going to say, if that's part of your past, some of you may be charging at this King of Wands to express an important truth. What you did wasn't cool. Or the opposite, I love you, you're my soulmate, I needed to tell you. Some of you, and whether it's male or female, again, doesn't matter. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, very strong, masculine, dominant energy. Some of you are rushing to right the wrong of this relationship. Or, again, once you decide to leave the past behind and all of this really difficult energy that you had to go through, once you close out that cycle and like set yourself free, it's like you're the baby, right? If this is the womb and you come out naked into the world, that's what the Fool is too. A brand new opportunity, a brand new chapter, 2020, clean slate, fresh start. That's almost the baby being birthed into the world. It's you, Gemini. It's you, and you're off on this new adventure. And look how exciting it is, right? Like he's rushing in. He can't wait to leave this behind. And I think that being able to leave this behind, it comes with wanting to seek clarity or truth on something that it feels unfinished, that you don't necessarily have clarity on. I want to be careful with how I say this because There is a need for you to be able to heal without somebody giving you reasons why they did something or didn't do something, especially like liar, cheat, or thief. We are only accountable for our own actions, but I think this has to do with clarity of why. Okay, I think it has to do with why you reacted the way you did. And I'm not saying you were wrong, I'm not saying you were right, but ultimately this is someone's story. It's clarity on maybe a pattern you've had in the past of how you cope with disappointment. Maybe you have severe anxiety and all of a sudden you realize, maybe I should talk to a therapist, or maybe I should hang out with different people. Maybe this was a karmic partnership and thank goodness it ended, because now I'm free. Now I can go off and do that thing I've always wanted to do. Now I'm surrounded by people who love me. Now I'm more aware of what it is I truly desire in some sort of relationship. Your near future, you have some sort of epiphany, and it's not only like, oh, I get it. It's acting upon it. Nights bring change and movement into our life. Something clicks for you and it sets you free, Gemini. And I do want to say this is Capricorn into Aquarius season, so end of January, maybe into February. Yeah, there's something that clicks and it's like off with the wind, or off into the wind, however you want to say it. This is the fastest moving night in the deck, and yet it's like you go because you know it is your destiny, you know it is your purpose, you know it is your truth, and maybe that has to do with going after, again, that dream career. For a lot of you, it's like this liberation, it's this freedom, it's stepping into your power because you realize that you've been holding yourself back. You've been waiting around for someone, or on the defense, or blocking your own blessings, not realizing what's in front of you, what the universe is trying to gift to you. All of a sudden you recognize it and you realize it, and that sets you off on a new path. It's very empowered, and like, yeah, there's an energy here. There is a gusto. Like, this is a hard-hitting truth. If this is your story, you will know it when you feel this moment. And again, it may come from some sort of counseling. So for those, like, you know, who are on the fence of doing therapy or counseling of some kind, I mean, it's your life, Gemini, you do you, but that is presenting to me as talking through your emotions with someone, maybe a maternal figure, maybe, again, a counselor or a therapist. That might actually be very, very beneficial to you, because it's revealing truths about your subconscious, or that exists within your subconscious, that exists within your emotions. Hidden truths that maybe you were very defensive and not wanting to talk about, things you didn't want to look at because it would expose your vulnerability, particularly about, again, bad habits of the past, or the way you mentally coped with very difficult, toxic situations or people of the past. Understanding the truth and the secrets, and, like, again, doing the shadow work behind that in Capricorn season, you know, karmic season to grow and expose truth, that is going to be tremendously helpful in setting you free. All these cards are cards of freedom, liberating yourself. And the thing is, it's not just from a toxic partnership, it's liberating yourself from your dark thoughts, from thoughts that aren't serving you, thoughts that are killing you, right? It's like you're letting your thoughts win. You're letting your dark thoughts overpower the magic that you have inside of you. This is, again, one of your cards. Make sure you are an open channel of communication from spirit, from universe, from your guardian angels, whatever you believe in, because messages are trying to come in for you, something that's going to help you rebuild your life. And I say rebuild because it's a page, as well as bring you joy and happiness. You have 3 pages here. Education might be really important for you. Again, something with children, going back to childhood traumas. Maybe there's 3 children in your past. Maybe this has to do with, I don't know, siblings, a friends group, 3 people who are younger than you. The number 3 is important. You have the 3 of Wands and the 3 of Pentacles, so I don't know what that is. The number 3. Yeah, I mean, you guys will know if it's your story, take it and run with it. The number 3 is important to some of my Geminis out there. Sorry guys, my camera froze, which I take to mean that's spirit going, wrap it up, because this has been a long video. So your final advice or guidance is the 2 of Wands. Okay, so taking action forward in a specific direction. You hold the world in your hands, literally the world, birthing yourself into the world again. I hope that makes sense, but it's like reintroducing this new version of yourself to the world. Being like in like something about the safety and protection of your home or your safe space, your mother under somebody's wing. It's time for you to step out and be bold and be vulnerable and sort of come to this difficult truth of who you are now versus who you used to be. You've been liberated. You've been freed by something, and yet you're not presenting as this new version of yourself. It's like you're cloaked in this robe, you're hiding away, you're not stepping into your power, you're not presenting this yourself to the world, this business idea, this important truth you want to communicate with your parents, with your lover, with your partner, with whatever. Your advice or guidance is to choose your next path, because whether you acknowledge it or not, you have a lot of cards indicating cycle's complete. Like, now what are we going to do? All these, and this, you have so many cards of like cycle completions, next chapter, new step. This is saying which way are you going to take it? Which way are you going to go? Wands always promote action and motivation forward, travel, a career as well. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. And Queen of Wands. All right, so you have another divine pairing. So you had King of Wands in your past. Now we have Queen of Wands in your future. Stepping back into your power. Something with an Aries. You have 2 cards of Aries. She's the witch of the deck, right? Charismatic, creative, work hard, play hard. That's sort of what comes up with her. Commands the room. Again, very beautiful. The light that draws our eye. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, fire signs. Fire is captivating, right? Recognizing your power, recognizing your beauty, recognizing your worth. I take that to mean it's going to attract a key player, be it romantic or business partnership or whatever, a key player that's going to help contribute to this new cycle that is more alignment in what you desire for your future, your fairy tale ending. This is building it. This is moving forward and doing it, right? Because you have the passion, because you have the drive, because you have the determination. I always take this to be like you looking in the mirror, like you know you're sitting on the potential of the Queen of Wands, but you see yourself as like a 2. You see yourself as like a page, right? And even this, it's like you were presenting as, you know, the seeking of information, the Page of Swords. Then you take off in your energy, right? Like Knight of Swords, action, forward movement. This is sort of like the bridging the gap. Going from this stage of, oh, I think I do it or can do it and I kind of want to do it, to actually doing it, to owning your decisions, to being able to celebrate your accomplishments, your achievements, going after that cup that may only exist in your dreams right now, actually making it happen. Celebrating your victories, your achievements, your accomplishments. Being able to like victoriously and courageously look back at the past and recognize what you don't like and then making changes, taking action to do something about it. Or, you know, optimistically, looking in your past and recognizing how awful it was, and look at you. You were able to overcome. You've graduated from the school of hard knocks, right? Now you're on to bigger and better things. All right, real quick, Gemini. I'm sorry this is a long video. Final advice or guidance for Gemini. You may be meeting a Leo that's going to be really significant in your life. Yeah, in your journey. Half the treasure is the journey on the path to finding it. Half the treasure is the journey on the path to finding it. Yeah, a Leo or an Aries may play a significant role in your life in this new chapter, in this new cycle. This would not be someone from your past. To be very clear, this would be new. Too many cards. We'll take that one. Yeah, something about healing waters. I think we said that earlier with your King and Queen of Cups. You do have 2 divine pairings in the fire suit as well as the water suit. So Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces, Aries, Leo, Sag. That's very likely bookending the person from your past versus your future. Again, romantic, parent, you know, coworker, whatever. It's bookending significant people in your life. And I don't know which it is because it's a general reading, but you're going to reconcile something with someone around Easter. Some of you, you're going to have some sort of reunion in or around Easter. And it also may involve getting back in touch with your spirituality if you go to church. If you celebrate that holiday, yeah, you're recovering from some sort of tower moment. This, with absolute certainty, was your tower moment, but you're moving away from it. Right? I mean, you're doing the healing work. I think that's why all this water is presenting too. Healing the past, taking off the rose-tinted glasses, being really truthful and vulnerable with yourself. The key, yeah. Unlocking the key to your happiness and your spirituality. All right, Gemini, that's what I got for you. This was a heavy reading and a bit all over the place. So let me know in the comments below what resonates for you. Please do like, share, subscribe, and I will see you very soon for more tarot. Bye!